Well, boys, I brought in about, it's got to be around 300 pounds, maybe more. Let's just say if it fell on me, I wouldn't be able to push it off. I'm going to cut this here off the back, push it up against this wall. And I'm going to have a chain hoist or a bind or some sort to get it up in the air, so I can't lift it. Here is 300 plus pound cookie. It is, I believe, an elm tree, hardwood. It's 10 inches deep. So, you know it's pretty heavy, pretty stout, pretty strong wood. I've got it painted white here with the whitewash. I did that through the winter, both sides, and I got another one out there. It's the same way, so it wouldn't check and split. I'll peel this existing bark off it with a chisel or an axe. I add some character to it. Put the belt sander to the top, and we'll go from there. I'm going to put a ledger on the wall and an upright, because it weighs over 300 pounds, so I don't know if there's any man around here can pick that up and throw it on the back of a truck. If they do, you don't want them. You want them your friend. Seems so to me. My opinion. You gotta go straight. You gotta have a good eye. Go right straight, up and down. The only thing stops it so far is me stepping on my electrical cord. Going good so far, guys. Seems so to me. Look at that job. Look at that wood grain. Wow. Guys, look at this. This saw worked really good, that Craftsman. That's the Oregon. Where are you? Look at this, guys. Can you see it from there? Look at that wood grain. Look at that, would you? Look at that. And I got this right flat, eh? Right square. Beautifully done. Look at the wood grain in it. That's what I'm saying, guys. That's why I saved that stuff. I saved that stuff for a reason. East Coast. He saves that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Wow, wow. This is beautiful. This block here. This block's about how many pounds? It's only a small end. I would say it's about 60 pounds. At least. It's quite heavy. No, I ain't weak, so it's pretty heavy. Look at the grain. Look at the grain. Tell me that's not a beautiful thing. And I can do something with this piece. I will. This could be a little cutting block. That was the easy part. Now putting the ledger on is the easy part. I think I'll run a 4x4 right in there and secure it underneath, lock it in so that will hold it up. Then I just got to put I think I'm going to put a 6x6. I think I might put a 6x6 pillar post. And I don't think I'm going to even nail it. I could tack it with a screw, but it's so heavy. I'll make sure I'll put probably 3 screws, just there'll be screws that they won't be visible, but if you want to pull it apart, it'll come out in 2 units. I'm going to have it so the 6x6, if I go with a 6x6, I might. I'm thinking about it. It's going to set up in it, and I'm going to have wood chased around it, and it's going to be going inside like a little crowel, like to be square underneath of it, screwed up into the hardwood, and the pillar could be whatever. It's going to go up into it, and then you can just tack a couple screws into it. But it's so heavy it won't move. And it's going to have the ledger right there, right along there. Then I'll take all the bark off it, sand it, and see what he thinks. If he doesn't like it, no problem. I will pull it apart and put it away, cover it up so it don't get wet. My inclination is different, and I don't think anybody really has it, so that means a lot. So we'll try that. Then maybe down the road, if I got the gumption, the Almighty helping me out, I might build a chair. I might build a chair just to see if I can build a chair. And if I build the chair, if he likes it, be a handmade, authentic chair, he might want me to build 2 more chairs, maybe 4 chairs. I don't know. We'll see. One leg at a time, sort of thing, right? One step at a time. So I got the old broom. That saw worked really good. People that don't know it, that's a electric. I'll unplug it here. This is an electric Oregon chainsaw. I got it off Amazon with an 18-inch bar. I think it's a big long bar, which is cool. 15 amp, so it's a big 15 amp, right? I got oil in it, of course. Strong motor. And if I wanted to be engineered enough, and I believe I could do it, check this out. I could make a table. I could set this into a table and have a switch, have it ready, all plugged in. And when I squeeze this trigger, it'd be like a sawmill blade, and I can run a small logs through it and cut lumber if I want to. Listen, you can do anything you want to do. You let your mind run wild, eh? This is a little small portable sawmill electric. I don't know, guys. I just don't know. The Lord feeds me information in my little pea brain, you know what I mean? So we're sweeping this stuff off here. I'll get you down there a little bit more. Sweeping this off with this beautiful old corncob broom here. This is how things should be done. And I got a little bit of wood I got to put back here. I got to make a couple little boards. I already cleaned this out once. That's okay. I'll clean it again. And I'm going to put a board down in here, and behind me another little board, and that should be done for this side except behind the stove. And that's when I move the stove, then I'll get cold. That's okay. It's okay. I like these old-fashioned brooms, especially when they get wet. These brooms get wet. They'll be sitting on the back of the truck for a long time. And it looks like the witch's broom. The Witch of the West is what we call it, right? Yeah, so it's good. There. See what I mean where I got to put the board? Right here. Out there, that black stuff is my paper between the floors. So I got to put a board, and I got to clean that and put that up. All this is going to be burnt, so I'm doing really good there. The stove is really doing its job, and I thank it for it, right? I put my Dr. Jackson in my beard again, you know what I mean? I like that old Dr. Jackson. Yeah. Someday I'll have a beard. Someday. Oh Lord, I hope this day is good. I'm feeling empty and it's understood. Lord, I should be thankful, Lord, I know I should. But Lord, I hope this day is good. Lord, have you forgotten me? No, never. I'm on vacation with you. Oh Lord, I know I'm a righteous man. Oh Lord, I hope you understand. Well, I don't need fortune and I don't need fame. Send down the thunder, Lord, send down the rain. How it would be, plan another day for me, Lord, I hope this day is good. Yeah, well, let's see. That looks good. And I think, if I remember correctly, I take a chair. A chair is about 18 inches high, the average chair. So you take a chair and you put the chair, I'm going to move this a bit. Oh, don't jam my fingers. I'll put the chair here. There. Over here. So I'm sitting here. And the table would be, comfortable table would be about here. So whatever that is, what's that? "32 inches would be tops. Well, these counters, the kitchen's 36 standard. So, and I'm short, but you don't want it too high. You don't want it too low. I don't know, guys, between 32 and 33. 32's here. That'd be like right here. I might have to go in the house and measure how high that table is. That's what I'll do too. I'll go in and measure. Yeah, I'll go in and measure my kitchen table because that's standard. Then I'll measure the harvest table and measure that. But I think the harvest table's on the short side. And I think he mentioned something about it could be a little taller. So that being said, I'm going to run in the house with the tape measure. And I'll be right back, okay? I'll see you in a second. Back. 30 inches. The harvest table is 29. And the standard table is 30 inches. So 30 inches. So what I'll do, this table is, now this size 9 inches because I cut it with a chainsaw. So what I have to do, in order to make it level, I'll have to put that piece on a little angle to match this to bring it up to make this level. Make sense? We have to do a little shimming. Once we get it right, then we secure it better. But this is 9 inches. That's 10 inches. 10 inches. 10 inches. So the slight angle. Now I could tell it's going downhill a little bit. Here. Come on. Convertible Mustang. Black. Wow. Fancy stuff, guys. Okay. The thing of it is, guys, okay, we established that it's 30 inches, and we established that's 9 inches. So I got to take 9 inches off of 30 inches. To be safe, I could go, well, you could add an inch, but it's one's got side's gonna be tweaked up just a smidgen so it can be level, which is no problem. And all this bark will be off, and I'll take my rasp and I'll round the corner so it don't be so sharp. If there's anything sharp, that's sort of the easy part. The making the things look nice is the easy part. I got to make sure it's secure, which is no problem. I just got to do step by step by step. First step is putting the floor in. I'm going to check this here right now. First thing is putting the little floor back in there to have that done, so I ain't going to deal with that. Then I will build off of in here some jack studs out of probably 4x4 onto the floor that I'm just putting down. Then I'm going to run a 4x4 across as a ledger, and it's going to rest on that. That's my opinion. Then I got to flip this on the side to make a place where my beam's got to go, my center post. You know what I mean? That's got to be done. So it's an all-day job. It might not seem like it, but we're dealing with. That's with no weight. There's a lot of weight here, like 300 pounds. I can't lift 300 pounds. No, I'm not gonna. The only thing I can do is borrow chain hoist or snatch block, or maybe I can jack it up. Maybe I can lift it up in increments, blocks. Yeah, I can crib it up, do it all myself. I don't like to rely on the people's bugging people and borrowing their things, because you know what happens when you borrow. I know what happens to me. It breaks. So I want to get this all done, and that way that'll be a really good table, I'm thinking. And then maybe I'll start designing a chair. That's my thoughts. But we'll see. I got to get hinges for the bunk, so I got to get them. Mike told me to use rubber. Mike told me to use rubber temporarily because Mike's going to supply some hinges, certain kind of hinges, which I understand, man. We're sort of like, right? He's like a, well, I'm not like him. He's too smart. He's like a genius, that guy. I like to call myself an artist, but maybe a poor artist. I'm poor. I'm a poor artist. My ideas. And that's not bragging. That's just being real. That's not bragging that I'm poor, man. Okay, so I need to get a board, and I'm going to run that table saw. I'm going to move this. Oh yeah, I'm going to finish my story. I think there was around a couple $100. It's got, and it sharpens it. It's got, that sparks. This here, look, when you do this, it sharpens its own chain. It's beautiful, guys, it's beautiful. And I didn't use the battery one because I just didn't want to kill the batteries, right? Sometimes you got to use electricity. Okay. Okay. I'm going to work on the board, and if I get a phone call, smile and the world smiles with you. But well, actually, we'll end this right now for a small video just to make sure, right? This is all in real time. So this is part 2 of East Coast's life in the Maritimes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Smile. And the world smiles with you.